Hello, and welcome to something that is not an episode of Road to Mythic. This is going to be my thoughts on using this. This, in its in its LifeProof case, I can pull it out, is my iPhone 6 that I have been using pretty much since it came out. I know, I'm a monster. This is my iPhone 6 that I've been using basically since it came out. The actual phone itself is right here. Nice and tiny compared to that one in the OtterBox. But this is the iPhone I've been using since the iPhone 6 came out. And honestly, it's been great living with an iPhone 6 with 16 gigabytes in all the way up to 2018, even into 2019. It's been amazing. However, there has been one glaring major problem. And that is, actually, I recorded a video. This kind of demonstrates my purpose. So, here, this is my home screen. We go into this, we go into the camera, we scroll over to video, and storage is full. That's kind of how my entire experience recently has been with this iPhone. I love it. It's amazing. Anytime I try and do literally anything, the storage is full. Literally anything. So, this is going to be, I'm going to show you my settings currently. If I go to software update, let me hold this in a place where you can see it. If I go to software update, cool. Everything's good, right? Scroll down. Nope, can't scroll down. Why? Not enough storage. If I click over to storage, I don't know how legible that is to you, but what it says is it says 15.4 of 16 gigabytes available. If you'll notice, that little red one is apps. The yellow is photos. The green is messages. I think the blue is mail. And the big gray box is other. What is other? We scroll all the way down to the bottom. System. 9.73 gigabytes. So that is the experience of using an iPhone 6 with 16 gigabytes here in 2019. The phone works great. All the apps are quick. It's nice and snappy. Everything loads up quickly. Going through apps and whatnot. Even, Touch ID. Hold up, give me a second. Even Touch ID is really quick. I have no problems with that. Apple Pay works great. No problems. Except for the storage. I can't do anything. I tried downloading Pokemon Masters when it came out. Couldn't do it. 2 gigabytes. My phone said nope. Icon sat there on the loading screen for a day and a half before I realized it wasn't downloading, but that's my bad. That's my bad. All this is not to say that the iPhone 6 isn't great. It is amazing. It's nice and fast, speedy. It's just that currently I can only have a handful of apps at a time. So currently, on my iPhone, I have, let's see, let me think here for a second. 3 social media apps. I got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Technically Snapchat, although I count that as my messaging app, with actual messenger, phone, I don't even think I have contacts anymore. I think I deleted contacts because it was taking up too much space. The only 2 games I have on there is Pokemon Go and Clash of Clans. That's it. I have a couple school apps. I have Canvas, which my school uses to do assignments. I have... what's the other thing? Oh, and I have Google Drive. And I can't download Google Docs, Google Slides, any of that other stuff to actually work on things. Google Spreadsheets, I think. I don't know. I almost just called it Excel. Google Excel, yes. None of those things just work because there's not enough space. So that's the downside. Now, fortunately, with the newer sort of things, newer phones and whatnot, there's an upside to this. The iPhone 11 has The iPhone 11 has 64 gigabytes of space for $700. The iPhone 11 Pro has for $1,000 also 64 gigabytes of space, and I didn't look at the Pro Max because honestly, anything bigger than this is too big for me. And even I think the iPhone 11 is going to go out to like here. The iPhone 11's go out to here. iPhone 11 Pro is probably about the same size, and iPhone 11 Pro Max is. I don't know. Once you get to be similar sized to this like 10-inch tablet, which none of them are, but when like, come on. By the way, this is an Amazon Fire tablet. Super cheap. Actually, really recommend it for note taking. A bunch of free apps you can use. I jot down all my notes in them, and then I have them all right there for like my chemistry test that's coming up on Friday. But that's a complete side tangent. So that brings me to the question, though. If this isn't working for me because it's too slow, not slow at all actually. If this isn't working for me because I don't have enough storage, I'm trying to like swipe up, looking in the camera, whatever, that's good enough. If that's not working for me because I don't have enough storage, then what do? I can get the iPhone 11. That's what I'm going to end up doing. But because I'm the kind of person who holds onto my iPhone for 4 or 5 years, before the iPhone 6, I had an original iPhone 4, and the only reason I got the iPhone 6 was because that iPhone 4, first of all, was slow, but I didn't notice it was slow. I'm sure once I go to the iPhone 11, this will start to feel slow, but honestly, it still feels super snappy to me. It's also super thin. I wonder about that. It's interesting to see if the newer iPhones are thin. I don't know. I've had it in this big, beefy case that adds, like double the height, so I haven't noticed how thin it is, but maybe that's something that I'll start to notice. But the original reason I even upgraded from the iPhone 4 to the iPhone 6 was because it wasn't even storage, actually, I don't think. It was literally, I used that iPhone 4 for so long that Clash of Clans wouldn't update anymore because they had stopped supporting the firmware that my iPhone 4 was running, because I loved it. It was great. And honestly, the iPhone 6 is great too. I just needed to, if I had 32, 64 gigabytes of storage, sure, I would still be here. I would still be loving it. I'd be able to wait till that next year when, supposedly we're going to get, no notch, and supposedly we're going to get USB Type-C. That's cool. I was told that would happen this year, which is why I didn't buy the iPhone XR or the XS when it came out, because, again, I was in a similar vein. I wasn't quite as struggling. The last firmware I updated to was 12.4. I actually updated to 12.5 at one point, and my phone was couldn't do anything, and so I actually ended up deleting the update, which is something fun, because there was literally no space left. Yeah. Let's see, what was I thinking about? iPhone 4? iPhone 4 was fun. I really did like that phone. But let's talk about the future, going forward. I'm probably going to end up picking up the iPhone 11 on Friday when it drops. I'm recording this on Wednesday. I don't know if I'll pick it up Friday, or I might wait a week for my birthday and pick it up then, but I'm probably going to end up picking up the iPhone 11, which is going to be fun. It's going to be great. I'm actually super excited to get a new phone. All the I don't know what. Actually, I don't even know what features I'm missing out on, but all of them, I'm sure. I'm sure I'll recognize it once I get there. But yeah, so something I'm going to do to stop myself from running into this problem as quick as I did this time, which even 4 years or whatever, I say it's quick, but it's really not. I'm actually really happy with the lifespan I got out of that, iPhone 6. Is I'm actually going to, instead of paying $700 for 64 gigabytes, I'm going to pay $750 for 128 gigabytes. That should last me a couple years, considering I have 16 here. It'll feel a lot better. The main reason, there are 3 reasons I'm choosing the iPhone 11 over the 11 Pro. And the first reason for that is simply getting more storage is a lot cheaper. So the 11 Pro starts at $1,000. Then for $150 more, you go to 256 gig. The iPhone 11 starts at $700, and for $50 more, you go up to 128. That just seems more worth it to me. especially for price and whatnot. And there's no 128 gig iPhone 6 Pro, so there goes that option. Maybe if there was like an iPhone 6 Pro that was $1,050 for 128 gigs, I might do that. But even then, we're pushing it. The other two main upgrades the other two main differences is the telephoto lens. Currently, I have been using this regular lens, as well as on that LifeProof case, I actually have this wide-angle lens adapter. So I'm actually really love shooting with wide-angle lenses. So, wide-angle lens on the iPhone 11, sign me up. Sounds great. But the 11 Pro is a telephoto lens. I don't know. I just don't shoot a lot of photo or video. Even when I tried, we all know what happened. When I tried setting it up for this video, as we can see over here, it mirrors. It's kind of weird. I tried setting up this video. You can actually see. I don't think I can pause this video, but you can actually see. I set up my room all very nice and neat for this thing. When it comes up. What? Huh. You can actually tell in this video, that I actually set up my room. I got cameras and I got lighting really perfect. That's a decent shot right there. And then I recorded for 1 minute and I talked for 15. Storage. Anyways. That's going to be that. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to upgrade to the 11. I'm also probably going to get an Apple Watch. The reason for that is this is the watch I wear every day. It's an analog watch. I love it. 50-meter water resistance. Got a leather band on it. I love it. This is the watch I wear to work. This, oh, you really can't see that. There you go. This is a digital display. Still a 50-meter? I don't actually know. Let me look at it. I've never dived down far enough. This just says 20 bar, which I think is about 50 meters. Never scuba dived with a watch because that freaks me out a little bit. And I never will. But those are the two main watches I wear. I work at a boating center, so saltwater gets all over this watch. In fact, that's the only reason I don't use this watch is because, the leather gets a little messed up. And so if I get an Apple Watch, I'll have the option to switch bands super easily. These are obviously two different style of band mounts. You've got your kind of traditional ones over here, and you got your kind of like screw-in ones over here. I'll be able to switch super easily between, a plastic one or a thing one for work and whatnot. And also the water resistance on the water and the compass will be super nice. So I'm probably going to end up doing that. I'm probably just going to get the cheapest option. Maybe I'll make a video on it. If you like me doing these kinds of videos where I'm just kind of talking and rambling about kind of my tech stuff, I do have a knack for tech. I really enjoy it. But as you can see, sometimes I'm a little outdated with like an iPhone 6. I really do enjoy it. If you leave a like, let me know. Let me know by leaving a like if you like this content. For my Magic the Gathering viewers, we'll be back on Monday. I do have this pack I can open for you. I picked it up when I went to Target. Let's get that good ASMR going. My packs. So we got a Yokadox, an Empyrean of Blood, a Squad Captain, a Dress, a Goring Vulture, a Blightwood Tracker, a Goblin Bird Fiend, a Winged Words, a Scorch Spitter, did a lot of work in Season 2 of Road to Mythic, a Frost Lynx, a York's Fenlurker, did a lot of good against us in Road to Mythic, a Woodland Champion, a Mask of Intimidation, and our rare is going to be a Rotting. I don't know why I read that as Rotting. A Rotting Registor, which also blew us out quite a bit. And a Plains. Ooh, I like the John Avon Plains. I think it's John Avon, right? Yeah. I love that Plains. They keep bringing it back. I do love it. And also this beautiful Soldier Token. Love the colors on that. Alright, well, I'll catch you back here on Monday. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.